VS Code will get open. Not VS Code, CMD will open. CMD will open. In CMD now, you will write here code space dot press enter. Code space dot press enter. Basic folder will load in Visual Studio directly, and Visual Studio will open as well. What we wrote, code space dot enter. So your current project will load directly in Visual Studio. Right, VS Code is open. Okay, so that is one shortcut. Using that, you can open any project in VS Code directly. Your CMD should point to the basic folder, and after that, you can open the project in VS Code with the help of code space dot command. Now next, we have seen 3 points yesterday. One was called /n/t, and another one was called comma and plus. Using comma also we can concat the statement. Using the plus also we can concat. But plus will help you in two ways. If your all the operands are numeric, addition will happen. If any of the operands is string, then concatenation will happen. If that condition come, if you have a string and number both together, you want using plus operator, some parts should be the addition and some parts should be concatenation. Again, BODMAS we can follow the formula of BODMAS, and then we can make it functional using the plus operator also. Comma and plus will be not useful much, like comma will be useful much further. Once you combine with HTML, your JavaScript will work with plus only, it will not work with comma. Okay. So now we are using the comma is fine. Going forward, once we come in data binding, the plus we will be using, not the comma. Okay. Next, after that, we will create the files here only and we'll continue with the remaining stuff. Okay. But before going ahead, one structure you should understand what is the place of JavaScript and where it is working, where it is going to work, where we are going to implement, will be clean in mind. What is that I opened? Okay. So let's get some idea quickly within 2-5 minutes. Okay. You are developing a web application, assume, not assume, it's a web application only. Now in web application, user interaction will happen. User will be the one party who will come here. User will come here, and this user interaction will happen with browser. User interaction will happen with browser. User interaction will happen with browser, and inside the browser, the language is going to work. The programming language is going to execute. That will be your HTML. Let me write here BROWS. So user interaction happen to the browser. Whenever you open any website, you interact with the browser mostly. If it is a mobile phone, then it's a different. In mobile phone also we use the browser. If it's a mobile app, then the structure is different. This is for the web application, where user interaction is happening to the browser. This browser will communicate now with HTML at front. So HTML is going to come here at front. This will be your HTML. This will become your HTML. Now, yes, that is a different matter that HTML will take some help from CSS for look and feel. That is the next point to discuss. But how this is going to work together, that point should be clear. HTML will not go to the CSS. CSS has to come to the HTML. Okay. So HTML, CSS combined. Your pages will be static, everything is fine. But your page is not able to take the input and process and give the output. It will take the input, it will give the output, but processing will not happen. Let me write here. This point I am adding for the input purpose. This pointing I am adding for the input purpose. I'll write here, this becomes a input place and this become your output place. Two-way binding. One way, take the input, process, and then return the output. Next, you come to the next point where the JavaScript is going to come. So your JavaScript will be somewhere else. Here, your JavaScript will be at this place. JavaScript will be at this place. JavaScript is going to not deal with the browser directly. Yes, it will deal with the browser only. Processing will happen in the browser only. But when the matter will come, what will be the structure? It will be something like this. HTML will pass the input to JavaScript. And again, JavaScript will give the output to HTML. So this HTML execution will happen at which point? The HTML execution will happen in the browser. HTML is not going to execute automatically. It will execute in the browser itself. Okay. But HTML will be responsible to collect the input from user via browser. HTML will execute in the browser and then via browser HTML will be able to collect the value from user. So browser will become a platform where user is also coming as well as HTML is also. Input output will happen in the browser via HTML as well as processing will happen through the JavaScript. Right? So example, you can say, if I go here and write a number call, maybe one number you write call 10, and another number you write call 5. And after that, you have 2-3 types of button. One button is called do the addition, another button is called multiplication, another button do something. So what is happening? The input you are going to give here, let me write here 2, 3. One is called plus. Below I'll write one call as a maybe minus. Another one I'll keep call as a star. Now what will happen? User will come and user will give the input both the places. One place 10, another place maybe user base. Whatever he want, he can give. And then he can click on plus button, he can click on minus button, he can click on multiplication button. Now this both the value HTML has taken. HTML has given the place to do the action also. Give the value and do the action. But what will happen? Next output will not come directly from the HTML. HTML is also responsible to display the output. But processing will not happen in HTML. So for that purpose, as soon as you click on button, right, which button you are clicking, that operator as well as what input you have given, that input has to go to the HTML. 10 depends what you have given, whether you have given the 10 plus next call is a 10 plus become as a 5. Okay, it's become little congested. Let me erase it. It should clear what we are doing. 10 plus 5 you given. Now what will happen? Output will come as a 1 5. So this 1 5 should go to where? Again as a browser. In case if the user has click on minus, 10 minus 5 will happen. 5 will come to the browser. If user has click on again a star, 10 into 5 will happen. A result will go to again browser. So this is called input and output. So what is the role of the JavaScript here? The role of JavaScript you can see. The role of JavaScript you can see now. What is doing? It is doing as a process. It is doing here as a process. Okay, process. JavaScript called is a processing language only. Okay, it's a client-side processing language because input is happening in user computer via browser, right? Output will also happen in user computer. Then where the processing will happen? JavaScript is embedded in the browser itself. So JavaScript will do the process of user input in browser itself. But question is where? Not in server, in the user PC. 100 user will come, 100 user will open this page. Okay, suppose you created one page like this, uploaded in server, and 100 user will open this page at the same time. Only one time request will go to the server. When I will open the page, request will go to server, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS will come to my system. Once you open the page and request will go to server, server will send one copy of JavaScript, one copy of HTML, and one copy of CSS to your PC. Now you give the input in HTML, design will happen through CSS, and processing will happen through JavaScript, and output will come in HTML. No need to communicate with the backend. Right? So processing is happening where? In individual user PC. Use computer, your input, your output. Okay, server has just given one copy of code to your PC. That will come and execute in the browser, and browser will take care of your input output via JavaScript and HTML. Okay. So then you can say, while doing the process, JavaScript is not taking the help from server. Some requirement will be there where JavaScript needs some input from server. Some requirement will be there where JavaScript need to take the input from user directly. Okay. So processing will happen not in the server, processing will happen in individual computer. Okay. Now take an example. You have created one game using JavaScript and you created a page and uploaded in server. Now at a time, 10,000 users will come to your website. 10,000 users will start playing the game, and game is developed using JavaScript, HTML, JavaScript, CSS design and all. Now 10,000 users open the page. For 10,000 users, request will go to server, but only one time. One request for you, one request for me, so for individual user, single request will go. Once request will go to the server, server will say, give one set of code, saying like, okay, go and execute in his computer. Once I will open, for me also one set of code will come and execute in my computer. Now I will press the left button, up button, down button, arrow key here, there, start, resume, play, stop, win, game, exit. Where I will do? I will do in my PC. That is where in the browser. Server will have no any tension. Server is free. 10,000 user open the page. How open the page? Not manually, no. They open the page through the system only, right? And in system you have opened the browser. You in individual system there is a RAM, there is a storage, there is a hard disk, processor, everything is there. So browser the JavaScript will utilize the system, processor, hard disk, everything of user computer and process the user data in user PC. Okay, because of that, what is called? JavaScript is called a client-side processing language. Once you open the website, you become a client. Your PC becomes a client. Your input will be processed by your PC in your computer only. That becomes a client-side processing language. Okay. Now suppose 10,000 user came, 10,000 is doing input, output, all happening in his PC. Your input, output is happening in your PC. Your burden, how fast you are playing the game, your system is processing. Server have no any tension. Server in the beginning only given one set of code. Go and execute in his system. Correct? Okay. If you close the page, that's all. Connection got disclosed. If you have opened the page, code is exist in your browser, it will keep working, it will, right? That's how JavaScript works. Now, but from here onwards, after processing, one copy you given to the user. User want to see in the future also after 10 days. When he log in, he wanted to see what activity I have done last time. What are the product I have ordered last time. Correct? How they'll get to know? For that, it has to go to the backend. It has to go and store in the backend. Okay. Now backend structure, what it will be? That next matter to understand. But it will go to where? Backend. In backend, there will be web service. Web service will be there, right? Web service will be there, as well as here database will be there. Database will be there. Web service can be written through multiple languages: PHP, .NET, Java, Python, Ruby, Rail. So many multi-hundred languages are there. Node.js. We can write the web service. Through web service, it will communicate with the database. Okay, through web service, it will communicate with the database. Then this JavaScript will be responsible to communicate with this. JavaScript will be responsible to communicate with the web service with the help of concept called API. Let me write here. This is a concept is called as a API. Okay, this is called as a API. API. Right? Concept is called as a API. API. Okay. Inside API, you will be playing with the JSON. In the form of JSON, you will send the data to server, and in the form of JSON, you will get the data from the JSON. Right? Now JavaScript will be responsible one side to process the data and display the output to user, and at the same time, one copy of the output and input submit to the server. For what purpose? Because user will come back after some time and he will demand, let me give me the last input and output what I have done. So at that time, you will say, sorry, we don't have data. User experience will be bad, right? So see, JavaScript is working in how many ways? Two ways, two directions. One communicating with the front end, another communicating with the your backend can be within the same server, or backend can be in any server, no problem. Backend can be in the server and the front end can be in our local PC, right? From here directly we can ping to the JavaScript. So where we are now, we are not this point. We are not communicating with the HTML as of now. We are not communicating with the anywhere backend. We are in the just corner of the JavaScript, that is here. You are at the corner of the JavaScript. There we are understanding just what is that basic of programming in JavaScript. How to create the variable here, there, and now. Correct? After this, you have to go step by step, step by step, step by step. You will cover up. Then you will be saying, okay, now there is something in JavaScript, right? Okay, so what we are going to do now, we are first finishing the basic, then we'll come to the data binding. There, this point will come. Which point? Communication with the HTML and JavaScript. Then after that, this point will come. Call it a API. Take the input, do the process, display the output, and one copy store for the future purpose. Right? Again, tomorrow user will open the PC. You will open your laptop. It will show you yesterday data. What data you have done. Correct. Okay. So hope you are clear on the point. What you are going to do in between. So many topics, multiple concept, multiple type of syntax, and many more will come. Okay. So go next. Anyone want to say something? You can ask if you have anything running in mind, any question, okay, and message as well. Okay, let's go next. Then save this file in that folder. I'll save this file somewhere in the JavaScript only. DFT. Next, after that, I have recorded all the videos. You will get everything. Okay. Yesterday video also we have uploaded. Today video also is will get uploaded. We'll send you the link evening time. Okay. Let's come to the code now. So we'll go to the 3 you have written. Now come to the next one. Reason to show you this diagram that you should not be in urgent, saying like why we are not connecting HTML and JavaScript together. Okay, there's certain steps to learn. Step by step I teach. I don't mix everything together. Number of files will be more. Individual file will have one example. Once time will come, I'll merge multiple things together. But until unless will not cover the individual point, I will not mix all together. Okay, that way I teach. Okay, let's go. So this part you are aware of already. You are at this point now, under the middle part. So middle part also we have split it into multiple blocks, multiple sections. Section wise you are going now. Okay, come next. Go to this file. Now 3 you have written, leave that. Write the next one. 4.js. 4.js. Okay, 4.js. In 4.js, now you are going to understand little of control structure. Okay, little of control structure. What is that control structure? Every programming language, when you develop a application, if your application is dynamic, then you have to control the flow of data. If you are developing an application, developing a software, and if your software is dynamic, then you have to control the flow of data. If you will not control the flow of data, your page will become, application will become again static. Controlling the flow of data, what is that? Without login, user should not see the inbox. Without register, user should not be able to log in, right? Without entering the PIN number, user should not see they should not take the money. Without entering the card number, user should not see the menu option in ATM. If amount is not available in the account, the loop should not start. It should not take out the money out. Okay, right? So those are called as what? Control on flow of data. Data flow will happen. Okay, it should not be like you log in and you see my profile. I log in, I should see your profile. If that happen means data is not well controlled. Okay, data flow is not controlled. If you log in, you see your data, that meaning data is flowing properly. Okay, now to control the flow of data, we have to go through a particular topic, and that topic is called this one. That topic is called this one. That is called control structure. It is common in all the programming language, whichever the programming language you study. Okay. Okay, come next. So write a variable. Yesterday we have seen we have made some variable. We are making again some more variable to make now a statement as a dynamic. Assume A equal to 100 you write, and assume var B equal to anything you write. Right, 101. Okay, user came to your project, user given 2 value. So as of now, HTML is design is not ready. So we are not taking the input from user, but directly we initialize the input in a variable. You have written 100 at this place, input will come from user. You have written var B 101 at this place, input will come from the user. Okay. Now your requirement says user has entered the value. Now you compare the values and inform to the user what is the value and what is the largest and what is the smallest. A small if condition. Okay. The first part of your control structure, that is called if. If A greater than B. If A greater than B, then greater than is, you can see here, greater than symbol we have added. I think font size is okay. A greater than B, then you can write console.log A comma B, then the higher value is colon comma A. The higher value is colon comma A. I have written 1 comma B. It should be A comma B. A comma B. So now you are mixing both yesterday statements, comma, double quote, single quote, and many things. Else, if the first condition is not true, then what will happen? It will go to the else part. Right? In else part again, I will write console.log A comma B, the higher value is comma B. So now control will happen based on value. Flow of the line will happen, particular line will execute based on value. If the value is of A is higher, then it will go to the if part. If value of A is lower, it will go to the else part. It will go to the else part. Wrote it. Let's check now how to run. We can go here. If you have opened CMD already, CMD should be here. In CMD also you can try, or you can go to the VS Code, and terminal also you can try, like node space, file name, 4 and enter. 100, 101, the higher value is 100. That is going to the else part. Okay. So else part, how will come to know it is going to if and else, right? We cannot as of now understand whether if is, after looking into the value, yes, we can process from our mind, we'll say, okay, B is bigger, so it should go to the else part. Let's write here a statement called if and write a statement called else. Okay, or maybe you can write 1 and write here called 2. So we'll identify 1 meaning gone to the if and 2 meaning gone to the else. 1 will come, it will say if part, 2 will come, it will say the else part. Console.log is the function name. Console is the class name. Yesterday, before writing the line, I have spoken. Console is the name of the class. Log is the name of a function. If you not written regular, that only problem will happen. Why you wrote this line? Correct. Regularity play important role in a life in every area. I have repeated yesterday, whether it is the shopping, it's a business, education, employment, anywhere. Regularity plays an important role. If you are not regular, if you have not studied login, you should watch the video in the YouTube night time. You should wait for the video. 10 o'clock I uploaded, you should watch that. Able to run the page? Come next. So leave this example again. We'll go for the another file. So how many of you are trying now? Yesterday was okay. Some people was having the first class. Today, how many are writing? Okay, so hope you are writing. Write it. Next work will be, we'll create another file to see the example of if, else, if. What is that? Now you have two value, you compared. Let's suppose if you have 4 value, if you have 5 value, and you want to check what is the content inside which variable, you have to write multiple conditions. So when we wanted to write multiple time condition, then how we can use the if? So there will be first if, then else. After else, again if. Right? So first condition, second condition, third condition, n number of condition you can write. Let's go to the next one. So this file should show you something like this. Node space. Second, it's going to where? Else part. In case if you wanted to check yes, whether really it will go to if or not, 100 convert into 1000 and then see it is coming to the if part or not. Saying the higher value is 1000. Just going to the if part now. Right? So what is the meaning of control structure? Now the flow is getting control or not? Based on input, what condition you have written, data is being controlled. If else part or if part. If it is going to the if section, do certain functionality, else go to the else and do certain functionality. Correct? Next file will be 5.js. I will share this code in the chat. 5.js. Okay, in 5.html file, we will write again one more if else only, but something different way. Variable city1 equal to Bangalore and city2 equal to Mumbai. Now let's find out the number of character in city1 is bigger than number of character in city2, or the number of character in city2 is bigger than number of character in city1. Right? So you saw in the last example, you may write directly like this: if city1 greater than city2, city1 greater than city2, then we can say something like this: console.log city1 is bigger than comma city2. City1 is bigger than city2. Colon you can write both the side as a separator. So city1 is bigger than city2, else. Now you are comparing the string value. Else city2 is bigger than city1. City2 is bigger than city 1. Now run it. It will not give you desired output. Output will come, but it will not be as what you are expecting. Let us check now. What is the final output? Node space 5.js. Mumbai is bigger than Bangalore. But in Mumbai, how many characters? 6. In Bangalore, 9 characters. Become is wrong. It is now how it is calculating. It is calculating based on ASCII value of the ABCD. Okay. So you cannot find out the length like this of a string. To get the length of the string, you have to use dot length property. Dot length. Then only it will give you the exact what we are looking for. Okay. For a string, we have to use the length. For array also, we have to use the length only. So you will write city1 dot length greater than city2 dot length. Then here, else here. Now it will give you the right value output. See, it says 9. Bangalore is bigger than Mumbai. Okay, Bangalore is. So here trying to explain you, if you are finding the length of a variable, then if you are comparing two number variable, then no need to write the length property. If you are comparing to a string variable, then you must have to write the length property. If you are comparing to array variable, then also you have to write the length. Array dot length and string dot length. Both the places length property will help you to get the length of a particular string. Happening? What you have written? Dot length you have written? First is not working. First is not working. In 4-5 line of code it will stay. Let's quantify the here written dot length, here written becomes in 4 what is it? Then A equal to 100, B equal to 40. How we are running? I have to open the CMD in basic. Okay, next after this, leave this file. This is working well. We understood dot length property will follow for the string purpose. Write the next file 6.js. Inside the 6.js, now you will compare the three variables. Inside the 6.js, you will compare the three variables. Right here, a variable ABCD only. A assume 50, var B assume 49, var C assume 55. Now compare to AB, C is holding the higher value. But since we have given, so our processor process it and it's saying like C is holding the higher value. But in case if this value is coming from the front end, if the value is coming from the user, then how we will come to know, right? How we will come to know what is the value in which variable. So for that you have to write a control structure called if, else, again if else if. You will write here if the A is holding value greater than B and A is holding greater than C also. So here is the comparison of two variables at the same time using the AND operator. AND operator says first you check A greater than B. If yes, then only I will allow to go to check A greater than C. Okay. If A greater than B, then only you will go for the A greater than C and check. If A is not greater than B, then the AND will not allow to go and check the A greater than C. If A having the higher value than B and A is also holding the higher value than C, then only it will return the true. So this way we can add multiple AND condition. A greater than B, A greater than C, A greater than D, A greater than F with the help of what? AND condition. Okay. AND operator we can apply and we can write n number of conditions together. So now you are comparing the A with the B as well as A with the C. Then I will write here console.log A, comma B, comma C. Then after that double quote, the higher value is comma A. The higher value is comma A. Okay. In case A is not bigger than B and A is not greater than C, where it will go? That will go to the else part. Else. Okay. In else again, you have to check A was not bigger, but is the B is the bigger? So another condition, else if check again, is the B greater than A? And Is the B greater than C? It may be chance A is not bigger, B can be bigger than all. Then you compare here. And if yes, then you are writing the statement A, B, C, the higher value is B now. The higher value is B now. The higher value is B now. Okay, got it. Now come to the else part. If A is not bigger, B is also not bigger, then there will be chance C also may be bigger value. You can write here next console.log A, B, and C. The C is bigger. Holding C, the higher value is C. Okay. All three places you can apply 1, 2, 3. So it will clear where it is going. 1, 2, 3, hope written. Check now. Let's come to the browser again, CMD, and clear the CMD. CLS command you can run. CLS enter. Next, you write node space 6.js. It says 45, 49, 55. The third one, the higher value is 55. It's gone to the else part. You can change the value also and again see whether where it is going. 49 make it 69, 59, 50 convert into 80, then see where it is going. It is navigating properly or not. Working? Open next file then. Next file will guide you call nested if. If first condition satisfied, then check second condition. Second condition satisfied, then check the third condition. That is called nested if. If inside if. Condition inside condition. Okay. For example, when you go to your ATM machine, it will ask enter the card. That is first condition. If card is valid and active, then it will ask enter the PIN number. If the PIN number is correct, that is the second condition. Then it will ask the next call, enter the what you want, withdraw, balance inquiry, or what, transfer, right? That is called switch case. Multiple boxes will be there, from there you select, that's called a switch case. After selecting of the switch case, it will go for next window. It will ask enter the amount. You will enter some certain amount. Once you enter the certain amount, then it will check whether what amount you have entered, it is available inside the account or not. That becomes another condition. If that condition satisfy, then loop will start. Inside the machine, you see some sound will come. That is called a loop. Okay, loop will run, and based on how much money you want, what type of currency is available in the machine, based on that the loop will run. Once the loop will terminate, then another condition will satisfy, then tray will come out with the money. So how many conditions? So many conditions. Tray will not come out in the beginning, tray will come in the last. That is the condition inside, condition inside, condition inside. So many conditions, then this condition will execute. Correct? So that is called what? Nested condition. When you are going to apply a condition inside condition, that will be called a nested condition. Okay. So you will write the next example called 7.js. 7.js. Go next. Right inside this, let's ask the user to enter any input. Create a variable, call input equal to, is up to user. User has entered resume 200. User may enter alphanumeric also. User may enter anything. The first condition, you are going to check the entered value is belong to alpha or belong to number. So for that, you have a function from the JavaScript, predefined function. That function name is called isNan. IsNan. That is called is not a number. Okay. It will help you to check the number also, and it will help you to check the string also. So given value is a string or given value is number. What is that? Okay. It will check through the isNan function. Full form is not a number. Now take the input and pass here. Which variable we have captured the input from user, that variable we given to the isNan now. Right? That variable we given to isNan, and we are asking the isNan to check what is that. The isNan will return like this. Let me write here in the beginning. isNan isNan function will return true if it is a string. The given value is a string, then it will return true. It will return false if given value is this one, called as a number. Okay, true if a string, false if it is number. So what is our input now? 200. So what it should return? True or false? It will not go to the if wait. It will go to the else part. Because the given number is, given value is not a string. If a string, then only it will go to the if. Number, then it will go to the else. So what you are given now? You are given as a number. So it will not go to the if part. It will go to the else part. Okay. Let us check now. Right here, console.log input, comma, is a string. Input is a string type. Input is a string type. Console input comma is number type. Okay, got it. Check now where it is going. If or else. Node space 7. The 200 is number type. Okay, check now. Let's go ahead next. So this become if else. Now we are going to the else part. Else part. In else part, we will write one more if condition. If input mod 2 and then double equal to 0. Input mod 2. After that, remainder is coming as a 0. Then you can say console.log input comma is even number. even number. Else, inner level else, console.log odd number. So this become one condition inside condition. Okay, ready? Check now. It will be going to the else part and again if part. First is gone to the else part, then it says 200 is a number type. Again it went inside and check like 200 is a even number. Go ahead next. Create next file now. We can make next file 78.js. Under the 8.js, you can write the switch case. So what page is running? See, similar kind of control structure you will write, but you will not write the console.log while writing the HTML code. In HTML code, if will remain same, if else will remain same, this line will get changed. Console.log will get changed. It will not print in the browser console, it will print in the browser directly. So at this place, here we have to use the kind of a paragraph. We will use H1, H2, H3, right? And then we will send this message to the browser using again some other rule regulation. Whether you want to print this output in the input tag or you want to display this output in the output tag. For output tag, different property, and for input tag, next file you create 8.js. Okay, inside the 8.js, you will write the switch case. Okay, take a minute again. Yeah, so inside the 8.js file, this will be for the switch case. Switch case, okay. Switch case, what is going to help you? First, you can look into the previous example. Okay. In 7.html file, you can see 6.html file, you can see 5 also you can see, remaining other 4 also you can see. Using if condition, using if control structure, you are checking a range value. A greater than B. The value of A is 1000 and the value of B is 101. Becomes a range value, right? Look into the 5. Here also we are checking the which one? Range value only. The value of city 1 can be one length bigger than city 2, or maybe one length less than city, or maybe 20 length bigger, or maybe 20 length smaller. Range value are checking through if else. In this file also we are checking the range value only. The A value is greater than B. The value of A can be 10,000 and value of B can be 200. This becomes what? Again, range value. 7 number example you can see. Using again if condition, you are checking here first not the range value. It is something kind of different value, whether a string or number. So at this place, it is going to return is a true or false. This is none will return true, then go here, false, then go. Look inside again, using the if only, you are checking here 2 times equal to. Single equal to is called assignment. So under the input, you are assigning 200. That is called assignment operator, single equal to. Look at here. You have used the double equal to. Now it is not called assignment now. It is called a comparison. You are comparing two value. The input after doing mode 2. Wait. You should ask before coming. Okay. The input after doing mode 2. What is the pending value? What is the pending value? The reminder is 0. So this point is called a comparison. It is comparing after mode by 2. What is the pending one? Reminder is 0. Exact 0. That is called what? Comparison. Right? So you can say using if else, you are checking the range value also and you are checking exact value also. But when you come to the switch case will not help you check the range value. It will check only exact value. Okay. Switch case for what purpose? Exact condition. If else for what purpose? Range condition as well as exact condition. For example, if I write here, if 10 double equal to 20. So this is called what? Exact condition. It is called the exact condition. Is checking 10 and 20 both are equal. If equal, then only it is not true. So this is becoming a what? Exact condition. Even we can also check like this. 10 greater than 20. Correct? So this kind of work you can do through the if else. Exact condition as well as range condition. But switch case will say, I have no such feature to check the range condition. I can check only exact. I can check only exact. For example, if you go to your Gmail, click on inbox. What it will display? Only inbox. It will display only inbox content, no? When you click on it will display inbox or something else. When you click on send, what it will display? It will display only sent item. Display sent item. When you click on trash, it will display only deleted item. There is no such condition. There is no such condition saying like greater than inbox and less than trash. There is no such condition greater than spam and less than compose. There will be exact condition. URL is only index inbox. If URL is inbox only, then only display the inbox. It will not be condition like URL greater than inbox and less than compose, then display something. That is called what? Switch case. Whenever you open any website and you click on the link, respective link will open, particular page will open. No? When you click on the link, it will not be like half page from one and half page from other. It will display only one page. So that time URL what it will hold? It will hold the string value. It will not hold the number value. So those kind of comparison will happen through the switch case. Okay. It should not be a range value. It should be exact. Then you will apply the switch case. If anyone is asking an interview further, with full confidence, you can say, using if else, I can check the exact condition also. Using if else, I can check the range condition also. If you want, let me write here something else. Okay. Suppose if I use a variable called city, double equal to Bangalore. Now let me go here, write a variable called city equal to Pune. Is it matching? It's matching? No. And even there is no such logic to write city greater than Bangalore. Can you write like this? No. So at this place, what you will write? You will write only this one only, no? The user has entered the value under the city variable. Is it Bangalore only? Right? That's become a what? Exact condition. Okay, that becomes a exact condition. So in this case, we can use the if also, and we can use switch case also. But when you are saying, suppose where price 300, okay, and you are writing a condition if price greater than 200, in this case, only if is possible, not the switch. At this place, what you can say, in this case, only if can do the comparison. What cannot do? You cannot use at this place called switch case. But here what you can do? At this place we can use if also, and we can use switch also. Okay. So when the matter will come for exact condition, both is applicable. Switch is also applicable as well as if is also applicable. When the matter will come for the range condition, switch is not applicable. Okay. Only if possible, not the switch. Clear? Implementation will do tomorrow, 11 o'clock already. Next people I have. Okay, written. See you tomorrow. We'll enter under the loop. Tomorrow we'll spend the time on loop.